Evening, everyone. Episode 9 of Show Me Your Medals. And yeah, 9's always been my sort of Liverpool favourite number because our best strikers were number 9, Fernando Torres, Ian Rush, Robbie Fowler, also known as God. That truly was his nickname, God. But yeah, episode 9.
Who got number 9 now? Is it Nunes?
Yeah, but I missed him out.
It is, yeah. Okay, fine.
He's not obviously. There's been some players not fit enough to wear number 9. You know, El Hadj Diouf, he was number 9.
El Hadj Diouf, yeah.
Yeah. He was
Did Andy
9.
Carroll wear number 9?
I can't remember. He might have.
A little fun fact: El Hadj Diouf was teammates with Nakata at Bolton, and it only came out because
Nakata. Yeah,
because Will said the other day he forgot he played at Bolton, and then El Hadj Diouf, JJ Okocha.
Okocha was a baller, man.
I think
and El Hadj Diouf.
Yeah, I think under a different manager. If Sam Allardyce wasn't manager, he probably would have done a lot better.
Gary Speed.
God rest his soul.
Anyway, yeah. Moving on. All right, moving on. I've got Will's already knows, but from last week I said I've got a shirt, a United shirt, and I've got a player on the back of it, and then you lot would take about 20 guesses and wouldn't get it. But Will has worked it out. Let's just say worked it out. So we'll go to Dave. Dave, give you a clue. Seen the shirt before? Seen the shirt? Look, sharp. Sharp's got the zip. Look, mate. Look.
That's a sick shirt, man.
This was like cutting edge back then, you know.
An Umbro.
Umbro, yeah, man. Umbro. No messing about.
God, that must be like early 90s, right?
I think, yeah, early 90s. Sounds about right. Do you want to take your first guess?
I have a few guesses.
They lost him.
No, go on. You're back, Dave.
Sorry, my internet's playing up. But yeah, I have a few guesses.
Go on.
Ashley Young.
No, you do. Yeah.
Ashley Young is young by name, but he's not young by nature anymore. But anyway.
Kanchelskis.
A bit after his time.
See, that was the first one I had on my list.
It's after his time.
After his time?
Yeah.
90s, bro.
There's the way they started. There's no way he's getting this player.
Yeah.
I'll give you more clues the longer you struggle.
Okay, 20 guesses, right? Okay, I'm making quick. After Kanchelskis, fucking, this is really testing me. Teberson.
Way before his time.
I'm trying to narrow it down.
I had Cleberson as my second one as well. What the hell?
I'm trying to think.
But my third one was the one that.
You would have got in free, Will.
Yeah.
And you just by your own knowledge, yeah. You just remembered him.
Yeah.
Lee Sharp.
No, after his time. Way after his time.
Oh, bloody hell! I'm trying to think for the era.
I'll give you the era biggest clue because you're definitely not getting it going by this rate.
Yeah,
this is the shirt they wore to win the Champions League in. So it's the Champions League winning team.
Interesting. Solskjaer.
For our 9 viewers, you can put this speed on 2 and just skip past all this stage. Solskjaer, no. He won't be obscure, would he?
Yeah, no one has these.
He's not. No, but he's not obscure, bro.
Yeah. No, you're on 5. You've not even said the one that it could be when I said is obscure. That was in this team.
Okay. Dennis
Will, do you know what I'm talking about? Who?
Dennis Irwin.
Not Dennis Irwin. No.
Steve Bruce.
Champions League, bro. No, are you a football fan or not? This is during your era as well, when you like in your prime, bro.
Yap Stan.
Yapstam, not Yapstam, but Yapstam, yeah.
I would have said, yeah.
He's in the squad.
He's that skill at the school. Okay.
That's his squad. That's his teammate. You're getting a little bit closer. Think of that winning team, man.
Yeah, I know. But
this would be.
There's no one else. There's no one that's obscure. Nicky Butt.
No. It was. Nicky Butt would have been gone by then, right? I think he's gone.
I didn't think he was obscure. I thought he was one of the kind of bright players of your
You would have
team.
said that, but you wouldn't have him on your shirt, and you kind of forget him. It's easy forgettable.
Yeah, easy to forget.
I'm not even sure Wiki Butt was still around then. He should be if like
He was around there.
Was he in the team though?
Don't think it was. I don't know if he was in the
Well,
team.
I'm 9 guesses already, Dave.
Bloody 9 already.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Who else is in that team?
Give you a position because you're struggling.
Okay. Ronnie Johnson.
No, that's 10. Ronnie Johnson's a decent guess again. Him and Stam. It's not a defender, it's a midfielder.
So midfielder.
Midfielder.
Who did you have in midfield? You had Keno. Who else?
Name the United midfielders that you remember. Go through the like Beckham.
Beckham, Giggs,
Yeah.
Keane.
Yeah.
So who's alongside Keane? That's the person,
Okay.
right?
So you said Giggs, Beckham, Keane, yeah? You said Butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then who's see Dave's not gonna get that. Dave's gonna be like, who the F is that guy?
Go on. I was gonna say Henning Berg.
Hennenberg, no.
That's a good guess.
Defender again.
Yeah.
Okay, he's back up to Giggs. He was back up to Giggs, left winger.
That's Lee Sharp, wasn't it?
No, that was before Lee Sharp was gone. You're right. Lee Sharp and Giggs were the 1-2 Champions League winning team. Lee Sharp's gone.
Back up
This
to
guy.
Giggs.
Who?
Who's back up to Giggs?
Yeah, see, Dave. I don't even think
It
Dave.
is obscure. It is obsure.
He's Swedish. Maybe that's why.
Jasper Blomqvist.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Look, you see that?
Hey, that was my third guess.
No, Dave, so you do know the dude. All right, I think you took about 15, 16 guesses, even with the clues.
Here's my list, yeah? My list was Konchelskis, Kleberson, Blomqvist, Josh King, but it wouldn't have been that.
King, yeah.
Thomas Kuszak, Fang Xiaodong.
Fang Xiaodong would have been.
Yeah, Fang Xiaodong. I was going to put that right to the top. I thought, man.
Knowing me, to be fair, Fang Xiaodong should have been the one I could have been. No, but
I had Jemba,
yeah,
Butner, Obertan, and Bojan Jovic.
Fucking Obertan.
Do you know who you didn't say, but it could have been, but it wasn't, and he was in the team? It's Quinton Fortune.
Oh yeah,
that would have been like, it could have been him. But anyway,
how'd you end up with Blomqvist?
I don't know. I think I just liked him, and I was in the little era of, that basically this era, everyone was getting Beckham, getting Beckham, and then sometimes getting Giggs. And you know what, I don't want to be a sheep. I don't want a ham sandwich. I'm going to get something different. Be excited and exotic. And then landed on Blomqvist. But you know what? He was actually, the goal. There's a goal from way back and he's playing for Parma. And there's a goal where he's one-on-one with the keeper. He doesn't touch the ball, but he dummies the keeper. Ring any bells at all? I'll send it to you. And you're like, yes, this was a goal back in the day. And he's the guy.
He was a good player though. He was sick. I liked him.
That's why I liked him. That's why he was a good player. Because it was Giggs in front of him, he barely got a look in. And then but then the Champions League final he was there, so he was poor backup. But it's a weird era because that kind of era now you'd always remember the first guy and you remember their little backups, and you remember them quite like nostalgically and thinking they're quite good. But now Blomqvist will just be a literally, I don't know, like a bit part player that would just come and go and he'll be off. Do you get what I mean?
No, he's not a legend or anything. Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? That he will stick in your memory of, I remember that dude. We get lesser of these kind of guys now. Maybe we're getting old. That's all. Anyway, yes, wow. So anyway, Will, maybe it's good. I showed you earlier, so therefore it went longer and Dave's choice.
Yeah, true. Went on for bloody.
You would have got him free.
Yeah.
It'd be end of season by that point.
Maybe obscure because I completely forgot he played for you.
Anyway, what we jumping to? We haven't got any football to review, so we did say we're just going to come in.
Predictions?
We can. We can jump into predictions. Remember, I got 2 out of 3.
Right.
2 out of 3 of my last one.
Six. All right.
I'm gonna back your scores. So 2 out of 3. Sick.
The first game is Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. Arsenal at home.
Ooh.
I don't know. After international break, it's a tough one. I'll probably still be like about 2-1 Arsenal.
Dave, what are you saying?
I think Forest are a good, well-drilled side. Obviously, they cause us a problem, but they've been causing a lot of teams a problem. I know they got spanked in the last game. I think Arsenal are in a bit of a sticky form. I'm going 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 draw. I'll give Arsenal benefit, and I think they'll get a 1-0 win. Especially as just they're at home, right?
They're at home, yeah.
Yeah, 1-0 win.
Although we've not been great at home, if I'm honest with you.
Okay, right. Arsenal back on track.
Yeah, and then the next game is Southampton, Liverpool.
Yeah, it was a tough one after this international break, but I think Slot understands that now and will rotate. But I think Van Dijk's out. Trent's
Is he
definitely
out?
Yeah. He didn't play in the last game.
International.
Yeah.
But everyone has international injuries. Yeah, we were talking about it the other day on England and like 8 pullouts and.
My guy withdrew, man. Saka and.
So, I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
I think because Trent's out, but Conor Bradley scored, and he'll come through. I think we'll do a 2-0.
2-0 is that it? Being conservative, Southampton whipping boys.
Yeah.
I'll go for a solid 4-0 Liverpool.
Wow.
The problem with Southampton, they'll try and play football with this new manager. And if you play football against Liverpool, you're playing out from the back. Liverpool are just going to smack you, innit? With the pressing. Liverpool are good at pressing. I'll just go 3-0 then.
3-0.
Yeah. I don't think Southampton got it. And then it's Ipswich, Man United. And new manager at the helm.
Yeah, new boss and Ipswich. Ipswich finally got their win against Spurs, like we mentioned last time, but surely they can't get another one. So 3-0 easy.
3-0.
It's Ipswich. We banged up Leicester 3-0. New boss. Come on, man. 3-0 sounds about right.
I'll go 2-0. Put it in there.
Man United, yeah.
Yeah, United.
I feel the honeymoon period was with Rude. Amarin's the name now. He's going to play 3 at the back, and you guys haven't got a clue how to play 3 at the back.
That's true, though.
To be honest, if you're going to try it on a team, Ipswich kind of is a good warm-up, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think with any team, I think if you implement a new formation without having time to trial it, I think you might get found out. I think it's going to be quite a shock. I'm going 2-1 Ipswich. That.
You should definitely back that, or you'll get sexy odds, mate.
The thing is, Dave's been wrong all the way through the season, so like,
I've got a couple right.
You're not realistic, man. You're not realistic.
I'm not realistic. Okay. Like you said, that Arsenal were going to smash that other team that we.
Anyway, he'll catch one soon, I guess. He'll catch one soon.
I just think it's a difficult tie. I know Ipswich are the whipping boys too. I think first game, new formation. He's not had much time with the players. A lot of players went on international duty. I think. Does he speak English?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, but I'm sure I've seen an interview of him in English. So yeah, yeah.
I'm there to be proven wrong, but
we'll find out. We'll see. You're 2-1 Ipswich, but definitely put a 5 on it or something.
Become a millionaire. Yeah, exactly.
We talked about fantasy last time, right?
Yeah, we did. We did. Just very quickly, I've got Salah and captain. That's all. Salah captain. You got El Nori. Dave is hanging on.
I haven't done. probably I like that.
Salah Southampton looks
Yeah.
tasty. Although again, ham sandwich could be back because they're playing Spurs, and Spurs two defenders are out, Romero and Mickey Van der Ven.
Didn't he score a hat trick?
Who? Haaland?
Oh, international.
International?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch any. I didn't watch hardly any England games.
No, I didn't know. I think I saw a headline, but I don't know.
Do you know randomly? Do you know that Harwood Bayliss for Southampton? He goes out of Keane's daughter.
Who?
Is it?
Yeah. He came out during the actual break. So yeah, it's a bit of a tough one to live up to.
Roy Keane, yeah.
Roy Keane's daughter. He's
a good little player. He used to play for City.
He came from City.
I've got him in my team as well. I think he's a good little player.
But
it's just in that Southampton team. It's just difficult.
Yeah. But can you imagine a worse father-in-law than fucking Roy Keane?
No.
Nah, have you seen like the stick to football and stuff? He's all right in that. He's all right.
Is it called Stick to Football? But I was just have you seen the most recent clip of Keane? It's Stick to Football with Gary Neville and all of that, yeah?
Yeah. Neville, Gary.
Who's the girl in there?
Jill Scott.
Jill Scott was telling a story about Marlon Harewood.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, I saw.
It was impeccable. Yeah. Got Marlon Harewood, and he came down to the training ground, and then he was smashing this woman.
Yeah.
And then Keane goes in and goes, yeah, but so how was the game then? And then everyone, but you know what? Good on them, because I thought they're a bit more PC than that, and they can't touch upon that, and especially how all this sexism. I'm surprised he not got away with it because it's a great joke. You get what I mean? But it's a bit like. Again, you're just talking about women in that sense, but they all I mean, I loved it. They all loved it, and
the timing was there. It was there for the taking, man.
Like, social media's put it all out, but sometimes they're a bit, you've gone there. You get what I mean?
That wasn't distasteful though.
Yeah, I know. Because going back to like those other two Sky ones, they're distasteful when they talk about like would you shag her though, that kind of thing.
That's different.
But I mean, no, of course it's fine. But I'm saying I was still surprised that it's deemed okay. Like for me, it's definitely okay. But I thought we're in that kind of era where like we have to treat them all equally now. But he went on, But yeah, if you haven't seen that clip, find it. Great. Good laugh from Keane.
Amazing. All right, are we good to go? This is a special episode this week because we're not talking much about football apart from your football show.
We say we jump into question straight away. We're still 18 minutes in.
I think this one's a good one to start on because a couple of weeks back we talked about.
Yeah, I've got something to say, but
go on. Say it first.
No, because I did think about this when I was watching it. But do we talk about the Tyson and Jake Paul fight?
What was that? It was crap, man. It was the worst fight I've ever seen. Like, I had the misfortune of staying up for and watching, and I don't know. You had to watch it though. Like I said, it's Tyson. You got to see it. Even the ring walk was worth watching it, but the fight itself, oh my god, what a waste of time. Complete. But I said, come on. I said a 58-year-old can't. He ain't gonna do nothing, but if anything, I expected more from Jake Paul. But it was just lame.
No, but I think he was quoted in that last round. He said, like after he was interviewed, saying that he didn't want to damage him or something.
Yeah, but they come out of all sorts of excuses, isn't it? So
yeah. But no,
I've got a silly, funny question related to that fight. But at what age, or even now, do you think you could beat up your dad?
My dad.
Yeah,
right, I'll beat my dad up.
You beat your dad up?
I'll beat my dad up. Right,
not even a contest.
Not even contest, man.
All right.
I'll beat my dad up.
No contest.
My dad's strong. Don't get me wrong, but because he's older now, like his shoulders a bit manky now.
Let's rewind when you was 25 then, or Jake Paul's 27. Jake Paul's 27. When you was 27, do you think you could beat your dad up? Or at all times?
How old would my dad be? 27, 20. 5 years plus.
Yeah, I still
Days
would.
that I've passed up my dad at any age.
I'm
yeah?
not sure. I'm not sure if I would actually. It would be even contest. I think.
Back then, you're even contest. Now,
I reckon
now,
it'd be even contest. Now it's different. Yeah, now it's different.
has your dad's like in since you've known them ever been in a fight?
Not that I've seen or witnessed.
But he's
Not
told
that
you
I've seen. But I know he's. Yeah.
like during having you guys. I mean, back in his heydays.
No, back in his heydays.
Back in his heydays. Like,
Yeah. No, he's a fighter. He knows how to fight.
It's interesting, like, because, like I said, like, our dads have the whole life before us, so you don't know what goes in it. Like, I don't think my dad's had a fight in his life. Maybe I'm not sure. I don't
Is
think.
it?
Well,
I
actually,
remember-
I said,
Go
does
on.
it count? He's been to the war. Does that count as fighting? Not really, innit? When I mean fight, I mean like a proper dust up fight kind of thing. Yeah, but go on, Dave. Sorry.
Were you serious about him being in the war?
Yeah. We keep telling me. He keeps saying he served. He was called up with the war. Not that's what the folklore story that he tells me. Yeah. So I don't know if he's pulling my leg, but yeah, that's the story. He
would have been, I reckon.
gives. Yeah.
Your dad must be super old then.
My dad's 71.
So he can't be in
That's
the war.
old.
No, what war? Not World War II. Not that war.
Oh my god!
Like-
My god! What are you thinking of, to man?
Not that one, but it's like the
The Vietnam War.
Vietnam War.
Oh my god!
You know.
He's too young.
Yeah. Hold on. You know you have to be probably people that are still alive for the World War II is probably 100 now.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so 1941, right? So we're talking about 80 years already. 80 years from the war. You have to be probably 20. So Dave.
Yeah.
Anyway, you was gonna say something about your dad.
Yeah, I saw him come back once with a black eye.
Oh yeah.
Come back home once with a black eye. Yeah.
Did he tell you what it was?
But he said he caught. This is when he's working in a restaurant. He said he caught someone stealing something, and they gave him a black eye.
Oh, so, okay. So he had a fight. He did have a fight.
Well, I don't know how bad the other guy was, but he said he said something to the thief, and then he gave him a black eye or something.
Yeah.
But
anyway, go on.
Yeah. No, I just thought it was like it was something that was a big topic last week, and it was proper hyped up. You know,
The hype was wicked. The hype was great. Like you believe, like it's Tyson. Like I said, come on, man. It's like
and everyone gave him so much credit. Even the bookies gave him too much credit.
nah. I knew. I knew Tyson could not win. Like you just don't have that speed. As 58 years old. Imagine if no matter what you are, 58. And
Yeah.
I like him to imagine Usain Bolt when he's 58 said, "Look, I want to race these guys again." And in his head, he thinks he can run 10 seconds, but you know, the body's gone, man.
Have you seen him recently with his dot out and everything? Usain Bolt?
Is he?
Mate, he completely changed. He's like fat boy, isn't it? Fat boy now.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Good life, man. Do it.
But
Yeah,
I think we all kind of said it last week. You know, like it's ridiculous. You got 60-odd-year-old man fighting someone half his age. It just doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, the hype was crazy around it, and people bought into it. But I heard a lot of people had problem with Netflix with the buffering and stuff.
Mine was okay. My sound just kept going.
Yeah, I did towards the middle of the fight. At the start, it took a bit to buffer, but it was fine. And then
It's worked for Netflix though. It's like the most streamed boxing fight in history.
120 million watched it on Netflix.
Yeah,
That's good for them.
that's good. The fact that it was successful means we'll get more kind of sporting events.
Yeah, but sad.
Yeah.
Sad. Should he retire then? 100%, right?
Who?
Tyson.
He was
One
already
and done.
retired, bro.
One and done. He ain't going back.
Good.
Oh, for course, for good though.
Oh.
The only thing, you know what I'll tune in to watch? If he fights Evander Holyfield again.
No,
There
that's
you
what
go.
I mean. That's what I mean.
Did you see him come up in the thing, in the changing rooms and that?
Did he? No. They're
Yeah,
mates now.
yeah. Holyfield come in. What's up, champ?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was sick. Just
Go on.
go on, Dave.
No, I meant like obviously retire. I mean, never come back. That's it. That end.
He has to. He should have not come back anyway. But like I said, when another 5 years down the line, and then he needs some money, and then us public stupid enough to fall into it, you know, we'll watch it, innit? Like if the Logan Paul said he wanted to fight Tyson, we'll tune in and watch it too.
Would you watch the two brothers fight each other?
100%. That would be quite good actually.
That's the next. I reckon that's the next one. That's the next one,
That
surely.
will break all records.
Yeah, it's quite funny, because originally it was the older brother Logan Paul who was the main guy, and then Jake was on his undercard kind of thing, and then now it's shifted like majorly, isn't it?
I think Paul's not fighting.
He's not fighting, but he was the one who started the whole fight. The whole fight scene thing was
with KSI, wasn't it? That one. Yeah, mad. But I just wanted to go back on the our dads. Yeah, have you ever seen pictures of your dad when they were like younger in their heyday?
He looked the part, bro. He's a world away to what he is now. Like he had a leather jacket on, shoes.
Yeah, my dad as well.
It was done up and it was pristine as well. And I can't imagine that's him. Like he looked after himself. Whereas now it's like anything he wears, the shirt's undone, doesn't brush his teeth. For years I'm telling you, and I just can't get the picture of him when he was in his 20s to what he is now. It's crazy. Yeah,
that's the same with my dad. Although my dad does still brush up well. But when I saw it, with the flare, back in the 70s, the flares, the hair, had the aviators, had his motorcycle levers, everything. I was just like, that's not my dad.
Yeah, it's really good, seeing those photos. They never, again, for me, I don't know, is it a language barrier, but he should have loads of stories to tell me, that kind of thing, and we just can't get that conversation going. I don't know, I'm visual. When I'm a bit older and Harvey's kind of mate, he's like, Dad, what'd you get up to? About mate, there's one time we went to Brixton, me and your dad's friend, one guy got really drunk and we had to carry him out like this. All kind of everyone was watching us and they were like, this guy's drunk. We got him out there and he was pissed drunk, and then like Uncle Kit, there you go, we got stories like that, and I'll never forget that story. And then they'll be like,
it's a bit weird.
But they must have went through loads of stuff. They just can't. I doubt they've forgotten it. You get what I mean? It just doesn't
have the connection. It doesn't have the connection to Sid and him to tell me a really funny story.
Yeah, but they have their use,
They've I saw on Instagram they had this little advertisement thing where you kind of get your parents or you get yourself to write down memories and stuff for your child, isn't it? So that so you kind of fill out the book. I was always wondering, I wonder if my dad did that, what kind of stories would come out of that? Because he's gone through a lot.
Mm-hmm. Obviously they've got a lifetime of stories, but I doubt I ever will find out any of them.
You needed that book, Dave. See, anyway.
But I think the key thing is obviously do make sure that your kids have those stories from your heyday, and
I don't know, Liam would let him.
Definitely Harvey will see Uncle Kit and
look, right. You know what? I'll be like, look, Harvey, go open your laptop, go to YouTube, type in "Show Me Your Medals," and you've got about 40 episodes.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of this, right? That's the whole point of it.
You need life advice, Harvey? Just watch that. Don't talk to me. I'm busy, okay? Yeah.
Or if you don't see me around, I'm probably on a stool somewhere, going around in circles.
Yeah. Ask Mum about it.
Yeah, she was not happy that day. All right, we good? We good to go? We got anything to add from the last bits?
No, we're good.
That was a good sort of
sign. Lovely jubbly. Remember we spoke about splitting bills amongst friends? There was someone that was listening and sent in a question and said, what are your thoughts about a bill split amongst friends who bring their kid, kids, multiple kids, and their kids get their own meal? Should aunties and uncles without kids be expected to share that split, or will they be seen as tight ass if they don't?
This is Dave sending in a question again, isn't it, Dave? This is you, opposing.
I thought it was anonymous.
Yeah. Go on, Dave. Go answer your own question.
So it was his own question.
Dave, I know what. No, don't answer first because you're in a tough position. I'll give you my perspective as a parent, and then you can try.
Yeah,
No,
go
I
on.
get it because you're as a non-parent, you might be wary on the side of actually I don't want to pay for them, that kind of thing. Which is
I think it depends on a few factors, right?
yeah, you can't say it depends on if you've don't give us the factors.
No, but I think. Well, how many kids are we talking about? If it's like 10 kids, then
Not 10 kids, but let's say okay, so you're playing a numbers game then. If it's one kid, you're fine.
Because obviously we've done it, haven't we? You know, just a couple of
Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
No.
Don't care. Yeah, that's fine.
No,
But
because that's fair. That's a fair argument. Like, okay, again, to back you up, I'm saying if a family has, we're all adults, and the family has 3 kids, 4 kids, I don't know, and then do they should count as one whole person, that kind of thing, or not?
What's the age as well?
we're answering this question by painting the scenario, so then we can use that and say how to answer the question instead. So it all depends on the age of the child, right? Like kind of thing.
Yeah.
If they're too young, then
they're not going to eat a lot.
Yeah, number one, they don't eat a lot, and number two, and if they did, they're still like what 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
Where do we cut it off? I think
not going to have an adult meal, are they? That's the thing.
Yeah, they don't get that. No, but I think at a point where they're maybe like 6 onwards, they will start ordering an adult meal. You would order a dish for them. You know what I mean? And they might not finish it all, but then they're capable of, So I think all of these things play a part. If they're too young, and then you're sitting there thinking, "Oh, this parent just ordered another rice dish for him," and you want him to cough up more for the kid, you're a bit of a rut in it. But it all comes down to like, hopefully the parents know what to do. You get me? The parent has 2 kids, yeah, and then you are ordering more things for the kids specifically, yeah. The parents be like, "Oh, by the way, guys, just count another head for me, because we had these 2. Do you get me? And we ate that." And the friends will be like, "Yeah, that's fine, because it's fair." You get me? So I can see both sides of the argument. I can see how it's super unfair. Like like I said, the scenario of multiple kids come in, and then regardless of how you paint it, your cost of the price is going up for no fault of your own. You ain't got kids, and bear in mind also these kids, they might order drinks, right? That's just how it works. So you just have to play. You just have to see how many kids, what they order. But I think as the major rule is that if they're young, just treat them. You know what I mean, Dave? Stop being tight, man. Be a nice uncle. You know,
we've been in that position.
Yeah, and then you have to pay. And then you go home.
And I've asked for a bill.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, though? Like I said, I think we talked about it last time where someone orders a coffee and you don't, and we was like, look, at the end of the day, you're only arguing over a few quid. Do you get what I mean? I get it.
That's what I mean. That's what I said. Like the number of kids,
yeah,
and the age, are factors. Like I said,
yeah,
it's like
huge factors.
Yeah. If they're young, like 3 or 4, like you said, who cares? It's only a couple of quid. But yeah, it's when the numbers, like I said, if there's 10 kids, then that's a bit.
See, my expectation around that is the parents will know what to do around that. If they're your good friends, they'll actually be a bit more smart around it, and because I'd be looking at it's not a kid's fault. The parents need to take that action. If they're going to bring their kids, they'll need to take action and say, "Oh, listen, guys, I'm going to be paying for my kids separately, so just take that out of the bill at the end or whatever."
Yeah,
I'd be doing that. Whether it's 1 kid, 3 kids, 5 kids, I'd be doing that because you want to. And then I have had times where all the other people around the table be like, "Oh, don't worry about it, it's fine."
Which again, it's fine because it's another because there's so many of them and just 1 kid.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
The right thing to say is don't worry about it. We're fighting over a pound. You get me?
Yeah.
But I get it if it becomes like more than that, and you're doing it loads of times that we go out on a regular. Like I said, it does count on the kids. You need the parents. You need the parents to know what to do. And we're not saying itemize every bill and then do it that way.
Yeah.
But roll, even if you have 2 kids or 3 kids, even roll them into 1 person. Do you get me? And just pay a little bit extra, or not even that. Not even extra whole. Split it by 8. just literally, oh, here's 20 quid. Do you get me? Just to soften the blow of someone.
Yeah.
Show your friends that you're not a knobhead, that you know what's going on. Here's £20 towards it, and then you're not gonna fight whether it was £10 or £25. You know, here's your token gesture, and everyone else going about their life. So, in summary, it's important to not be a dickhead parent. You know what I mean? Be a good parent. Yeah, to your friends and your children. But everyone's benefiting.
Yeah, you got to show your children responsibility around that. Like they'll learn from that. It's what my parents did. If we were all out, we were a family of 3 children. If we go out, my mum or dad will take the initiative and say certain things to be like, look, don't worry about it, and everyone's at ease at that point, rather than having this fucking cheap ass fucker like trying to freeload off me, man. Like they're very, it's for face as well, right?
That's what Vo thinks when someone orders a Vietnamese coffee.
100%.
Well, I hope that's answered your question, Dave. Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, 100%. Itemised all the way, right?
Get that kid to get his little Henry card and pay himself, innit?
Yeah. No, I think those 2 things are valid, like age for me and number of kids. And yeah, I think like, yeah, if it was like Will and Melvin and everyone else didn't have kids, then no need to be a dick about it. Like even though Will will offer, we just pay it. It's like going to be like £1, like you said. There's no point arguing. But if Will put all his illegitimate children as well, and there's like 10 kids, then it's a bit bit different, right? But yeah. But I never saw it. I guess that's why you two are here from the parents' perspective. But yeah, they should know the right thing to do. And I think that's the right answer.
Yeah, it's just initiative. And again, like it goes back to a couple of weeks ago. You know who your friends are, and you'll know who to kind of hang around with as such, because that you like the style of how they are in terms of principles, personality. You'll know. So just play it by that.
Good question, though.
All right.
Whoever that was, good question. I hope that helps. So,
He's praising himself.
see you at the next meal, right?
On the topic of children, you don't like the friend that your child hangs out with. Probably doesn't really relate as much. Maybe it's your animals, Dave, that
all get
you don't like who they hang around with. How do you approach this? Jessica goes to vote first.
It's a tough one, and again, there's 2 sides. You don't want to hang around them because they're bad people and they're bad influences, like they're a bit dodgy, or, and I've seen this one too, you don't want to hang around them because they're not cool and they're quite geeky or whatnot, and they're not the cool crowd.
No,
that plays.
That doesn't.
No, for me, it will play into it also, because you want. I mean, when my kid, when he goes to school, I want him to be of a okay standing. Like I don't want him to be the saddos. You get me? I mean, I want him to hang around, doing cool activities. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to end up like Dave. Don't end up like Dave being a shadow. Do you go? And even at a certain age, who the geeky. No, I don't know. I don't think geeky's doing it. Geeky's being harsh, because you can be a geek. I just think not as cool. The non-cool group. I don't want my kid hanging around non-cool group. I want my kid to be in the cool group. So if it's like that, I'll be like, Harvey, let's change your interests a bit, and then why don't you go play with Sebastian and not with Timmy, like that. Then let's have a word. Do you know what I mean? And I think, Will, you're shaking your head, but who they hang around with early age shapes who they are. So if they're gonna be with the non-cool group, you might end up like a non-cool adult. You know what I mean? Do you agree with that? Do you agree?
I don't know. I don't think I can agree with that. Right. See, because I grew up befriending majority of people. There were people that didn't like me as well, but it's just knowing that. I think you're right. You're kind of right. It helped. The influences of those certain groups will help you shape that character of what you are. But what's not better? What isn't better than knowing all of these groups so that you can obviously shape your own, but also know about those personalities and characters. I think that's more important to have that variety and knowledge of how people react to certain things.
Variety, which is fine. You're also about you're also about yourself, and you met loads of different groups, and you went through all the different groups. I'm saying,
Yeah.
with this question, and in my scenario I'm giving, is my kid only wants to hang around with the uncool groups. Do you get what I mean? Because this question is, again, what if you don't like who your kids hang around with? So let's just say Harvey only likes the group of 4 that are very uncool,
Right.
and they're only, okay, I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to be too bad, but okay, you know what I mean. Let's just not go into specifics. But you know they're the uncool group, like the uncool 4, and all Melvin wants to do is hang random. Then are you going to be like, do you see what I'm saying now? Then do you kind of think like, oh, Melvin, why don't you get some more variety? Is what you're saying?
I think allowing your child to express himself is the most important thing. If that is what he wants and likes, you got to support it. But yeah, you're right. You have to help educate him. Okay, this is the group that it is. There are other groups around, but I don't think you can say, come on, let's hang around with Sebastian now. It doesn't make any sense. Like you gotta be. I think, yes, you're right. You got to enable your child to be able to cope with situations like being in different groups. If he is if he is just honed in on that, let's say that Sado group, okay. But I don't think you can. I don't think you can influence that much on what he likes around that, because then there might, and as he grows up, he'll be resenting you for not allowing him to do what he wants to do, right?
Okay, but what if, for example, so now your kid hangs around the Sado groups and he's becoming the Sado, right? He's not cool hanging around Sado. He is the Sado. You're not going to take you're not going to take any interventions to try to be like, hey, kid, let's not try to be so sad. And I'm talking like broader. You're not gonna have that kid that actual conversation I just did with the kid. But I'm saying again, back to this question: you don't like who he's hanging around with? Are you gonna make changes? Because your kids start more. And when I say again, let's say he's a bit older now. He's a bit like 7, 8, 9. You start seeing what he's like. Are you not gonna try make him to a more normal, cool? Not that. Yeah, okay, it's already said.
Let's take the Sado out of it, and let's just say to the extreme, the bad crowd, right? I think that's probably
no. It's not.
Bad crowd different, because bad crowd is like the naughty.
Bad crowd's off limits anyway.
Yeah, because bad crowd.
Yeah. Is he's talking. This is where I think things have changed. He's talking about the Sado group as the SWATs and the geeks, right?
What SWATs?
It's worse than the geek. SWAT is like
okay. Have I seen SWAT? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like in the books all the time. And,
okay,
so basically, I thought those groups were more cooler now because obviously intelligence is recognised greater than violence.
Okay, yes,
popularity.
That's right. So, intelligence is right, and stay with the smart group. But I'm talking about this group is making your kid into like a Sado, that kind of thing. Like he's just
give me an example. Give something.
I don't know. Like he's the kids where he's hanging around kids, and then they're lacking like all the social skills and whatnot. The thing is, right? When they're kids, it's different because all they care about is play. But what I'm saying is that I'll give you an example. When I go out and shopping malls, yeah, and then you see a group of kids, and they're like the skater type, and then they're like really skinny, scrawny, and then they're like really super baggy jeans, super baggy t-shirts, unkept hair, just they've never seen like a gym in their life kind of thing, and you just know what I'm talking about. They're the skater boy type, but not the cool type. They're just the uncool, no suave about them. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I wouldn't say that uncool.
Next time I see them, I'm gonna take a picture of you. About Dave. I'm in this group.
I know exactly what you like. I've seen them like on London Bridge when they do the tricks under the bridges.
No, but what I'm saying, the ones that are doing the tricks, they are probably actual skater, and they actually leaning to the cool side. I'm talking about this little niche of where they dress like that, but they're really just quite sad, and they just have no skills with girls or something. And you just know they're 14 now, and even when they're 16, they'll be the same thing. When they're 18, they'll be the same thing. They're staying like this, and this is what I'm worried about. That's what I'm trying to say as a parent. I don't want Harvey to be like this. When he's 13, 14, you're already shaping. You already start seeing the personality come through, and if he's missing those things and no interest in those things, are you going to make changes? Will, do you get what I mean or not? Or am I...
To a certain extent, I'm still not agreeing with what you're saying, because there's influence at home. There's influence at home that actually influence them as well, like on how they are perceived, the confidence in them. So I don't think it really matters about who you hang out with. I hung out with like the SWATs and whatever as well, but still I came out to be the way I am because I feel like I've had the grasp of, I know who, I can identify who all these people are. As an individual, as a child that I was back then, I was very aware that he'll be aware, like your child will be aware of what that environment is. And it's up to him to choose that. Though.
I'm saying you're seeing your child already morphing into that kid. Because your example is, you know, your kid's cool, but he has uncool friends. That's different. I'm saying he's not cool and having uncool friends. He's becoming that uncool person.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, to be honest.
Okay, I have to show you. I can.
You know, obviously, I don't know about you guys. I wasn't part of the cool kids. You know, I didn't sit at the back of the bus. I weren't like hanging around all the nice girls with the cool kids. You know.
Neither did I.
So basically, the way Dave's been saying is that everyone's got hope, basically, regardless. Yeah, we all turn out all right.
I think, yeah, more sort of Will standpoint. You know, for me, as long as I'm not with the bad crowd and the rough crowd, then you know I feel it's more up to them. And you know, if they were going to get in trouble, then obviously you have words, but.
Yeah,
just being with uncool kids, you know, that's just society dictating the cool kids. You know, it doesn't mean they're not.
They don't always win, bro. The cool kids don't always win.
You look at the cool kids from school. Like, where are they now? Exactly,
they're fighting Mike Tyson.
I do understand what you mean, though, but I think being a kid, the pressure to be with the cool kids is just, you know, I think it's too much. You know,
I agree.
I gave up. You know, I accepted I was never going to be the cool kids, and I probably was jealous at some point. Then towards my late teens, I didn't give a shit. You know, I had my own group of friends. You know, and yeah, I preferred it.
Yeah, I just got a lot of confidence. I'm just trying to think about myself. Like, obviously, my parents would always guide me, and obviously, the bad crowd don't hang around them and be smart, be attentive at school and whatever. But when I was growing up, I just hung around with everyone, just everyone, and like even if it was more time with the not so cool group, it was like 3-4 of us, but I don't know, that's how you build bonds and the fakery and stuff, you know. They're more loyal than the cool kids because they'll throw you under the bus.
I think the views of vote and, you know, try and be with the cool kids, I think that's just
Were you a cool kid, Vo?
You're the reason why they are cool kids.
I wasn't a cool kid, but like I said, I know I wasn't a sado, and I need to all I know for now is that we'll spend another 10-15 minutes after this year, and I'll get you on side a little bit.
No, because I think sado's okay. I think, you know, if they are a gamer, which is considered a sado in your eyes, and their friends are gaming and enjoy gaming, then, you know, that's something that he or she wants to do, then I would happily support that. I wouldn't say don't game and go. No, get yourself out there and do all this stuff. You know.
I mean, to add to that, so long as they're not getting in trouble
That's
Yeah.
the main.
and doing things that are against the law or whatever, because it's inevitable that that time will come for us, right? As long as they're not on that path, then there's no reason for them not to do what they want to do and hang around with the people that they want to. You never, like, I know some of the geek friends back in day, right? They're fucking minted now. Minted.
Yeah, exactly. And if you stuck around with them, you would be minted too.
I would, yeah, exactly. I would have had that better influence. And
if that was your dad, well, he would have said,
You're gonna be cool and broke. You'll be cool and broke.
Yeah, who are broke ass and never gonna do anything. And go on with the cool kids.
God.
Yeah.
That book I'll write for Melvin would be sad. All right.
Well, that was a good topic, actually.
It was a good topic because it's
made me look like a right arse, so that's why you guys enjoy it, isn't it?
not that, but it will come up. That's the problem. It will come up. It will definitely come up, and is up to us as parents on how to handle it. Again, so long as they're not going through any troubles or gonna go down a route of mentally unhealthiness, then it's all good. Everything goes for me anyway. Cool. So we good for one more?
Yeah.
Let's do one more. I think we should do this one up here. What are your thoughts on whether you befriend someone, for example, on an app, in a bar, through a mutual friend, just because their friend is hotter, more your type, to be less objective, and you really want to date the friend instead? What's your stance on that?
What's our stance of it? That's a scumbag move, isn't it? I can't imagine. I mean, I've never done that before. I mean, I'm not in that very privileged position to be able to do so. But I don't know. It must happen, right? It must happen, I think.
It happens all the time, surely.
Less scumbaggy, but I think maybe you befriend someone who is like got a lot more friends, and you want to become in that circle of friends. Maybe that's your window in. The way the question posed is like definitely straight away scumbag, because it literally sounds like you're befriending one girl friend, that's a girl, just to get with her girlfriend. That's like auto, like, man, what a move. That's something, like an F-boy would do, that kind of thing. But yeah, go on. So so same, like, what you?
Yeah. I think don't do it. I think you're using a girl. You're gonna, you're gonna give her false hope or false interest, like, because she might really like you, but you're after a hot friend, and that's that's really gonna.
When you say befriend someone, what is your interpretation of befriend? Let's say it is a girl. It could be working vice versa, for a guy. But let's say it is a girl that you're trying to befriend. How do you define befriend?
So you make conversation, be interested in her, but it's all fake. You don't give a shit, basically. You're hanging around and you don't really give a shit.
You're hanging around. You're asking her out on like no, might not be a date, but then it's more like just to kind of eventually. Oh, why don't you bring your friend out as well? And then that's when she's
just to meet her friend.
Kind of so do you get what I mean?
Yeah, the way to get to her friend is through her, and then eventually, it's my birthday. All my friends are going to be there. Come, well. And then you think, yes, I'm in. Right? So, but yeah, that's definitely scumbag. You're going to hurt the girl you're befriending, maybe traumatize her, and I think ethically is wrong, but it probably does happen.
I think it must happen.
Is it? Sorry, is it the? You talk about ethics, so it's just going around in a way where it's very sly. Is that what you're saying?
Of course,
like doing this is very sly. Yeah, you're just being a friend to this person so that you can get into the circle of our other friends.
That you said is not going to end well, because you're giving this other person friend false kind of hope.
Yeah,
And
but then what kind of hope are you giving them if you're trying to be their friend?
no, because the question is kind of posing: if you're befriending that person, you're kind of pretending to have interest. That's how I kind of interpret it.
Get into a circle.
Yeah. Whereas
Okay, maybe I'm interpreting the question
I interpret you're
differently.
literally fake befriending this friend just to
Yeah.
get with the other friend. Whereas Will, I think you're looking at a more innocent way of how would you feel of making friends with someone in order to be associated with someone to try
Because you
work
do
into
like
their-
yeah.
yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I think me and Dave is more like you're giving this person false hope, false messages of I do might like you, but it's literally just to get the closer you get to this person, the closer you are to the person you want to get to. Yeah.
But exactly. But how I read that question is that I don't want to get with you. I just want to be a friend with you.
Read the question one last time. Read how this start.
What are your thoughts on whether you befriend someone through an app or in a bar, a mutual friend, just because their friend is hotter?
See, there you go. The fact that it says just because their friend is hotter already, for me, it already implies you're going to for the not as nice friend, but worming your way in just to get the hot friend. If that question didn't have that, but just to get the hotter friend, then it might be more innocent of what you said. We're just making friends. Because if it's that innocent, it's fine. Make friends to get with someone, of course. If I didn't know Leanne and then I met her friend at a bar, it's okay to be friends with just her friend and to get with her. By the way, I really I don't like you. I'm just tell me about Leanne and put in a good word. That's how things work.
But this what you're saying is so I've read this totally wrong then.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is this how it's been phrased is this guy, let's just say it's a guy, this weasel is slyly trying to get with your friend, but he is trying to make it out as he likes you.
Yeah, it has to be.
Okay.
Because when the question has that just to get with your hotter friend,
okay,
you've laid low just to try reach high. Do you know what I mean? Like you've gone for the lower apples to try.
I don't see that. I've never really seen that happen or experienced that.
I think it does happen where someone who's really interested to see a hot girl in a bar, think fucking hell, she's hot. Since but then has no way in, but then sees like someone who's not as hot, thinking, if I can.
To be fair, I've heard the pickups. I used to have this book called The Pickup Artist or whatever it's called.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen the program.
Yeah.
Where something peacocking.
Yeah, the peacocking and stuff like that. And and he did say something around. So this is probably where they've got it from. They did say something about don't chat to the girl that you want to chat to.
Yeah.
Chat to her friend.
Yeah.
And flirt with the friend and ignore that one, that your target, the mark. They called it the mark.
Mm.
And because you should know that all the guys are always flocking to that friend all the time. But this time round, this guy, for some reason, very unique, very something different about him. He's chatting to your friend. You're making flirtatious comments and then bringing this girl back down. That's how I read it anyway. And it was like, I think that maybe that's what's happened there then, possibly then.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Did you not understand your own question?
Is it a cuntish motive? I don't know. Is it a cuntish motive? I don't know. Maybe, but it is. But maybe it's not nice for the girl because she thought you were interested in her. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. We were saying we can't imagine it happening, but I think scenarios that does happen is like say a group of girlfriends, right? And then there's always like okay, so one nicer one, and then they're less so nice. But you know what happens when they're less pretty or whatnot? They're normally friendlier. They're normally friendlier and chattier. So therefore, when you're out in a social circle,
they have to be.
Okay, and then you start meeting them. It's always going to be the chatty one and more outgoing one that you become friends with first because they're the one who's talking to you, and so therefore you will start chatting and becoming friends. But then if you're that's fine. But if your sole intention of chatting to that more outgoing one is to get the queen bee, it's not very nice. Do you know what I mean? Because you're giving that little the foot soldier, false hope, but in your head you just want that, the queen, and so it's not nice, I guess. Just go,
Be
just make your
direct.
intentions clear straight away, and
just
so Will, what happened? So now I just playing. You can imagine that happened a lot, right? It happens a lot, I think.
I can imagine that a lot now, because just the way now that is all phrased and stuff. Then I think it could happen. I've never really experienced and seen it happen before from my eyes, but you hear stories and that. But just lightly on that subject, then, because you mentioned about the maybe not so as pretty friend and chatty personality. What are your thoughts on? I know what I like and what I see in terms of my thought process around this next question is that personality over looks, or vice versa, or is there a percentage balance? Does looks matter?
Looks matter hugely, hugely, like in the sense that, but when I say hugely, it's like she. Obviously, it's not like, I need a model. She has to be top pretty. But at the bare minimum of starting, even thinking about going there, you have to be attracted to her. And so, for example, she might not even be the prettiest and whatnot, but you just have to be attracted to her. Do you get me? So in everyone's own head, they have their own template of what they find attractive. And if you can't get past that, I don't think it should be. What I tell you, I don't know what other people think, but for me, that's the number one thing. So then, even if you have gave me the most best personality, like knocks my socks off, we get on like a cloud nine. She's literally a mirror of me. I laugh at every joke, I belly laugh. But she's not. I mean, I was gonna say, but she's not pretty. But that's different because it's on my judgment. So I shouldn't use the word if she's not pretty. I just have to use the word I don't find her
if
attractive.
you're not attracted to her.
I mean, yeah. So, and there's many girls I have fancied in the sense that, they're not even that like amazingly pretty, but there's something about them to me that I'll be like, there's something about them. Does that make sense? Like, because you self-evaluate it. You know that she's not, again, in the group. She might not even be the prettiest, but to me, she ticks the right boxes that attracts me to her. That kind of thing. Because there also becomes a case of, I don't know if there's such a thing, but maybe they're too attractive. Does that make sense? If they're too pretty, because then again, if they're too pretty and too pristine and too done up and that's not what I want. That's not what I'm going for. Do you get what I mean? So that's why I'm saying everyone has their own kind of criteria. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. You have to be. You both have to be attracted to each other. That's like the first thing, and everyone's have their own definition of what's attractive. If if you look at us three, I'm like, we're all looking. Someone was attracted or still is attracted to us, right?
Speak for yourself, yeah. Speak for yourself.
But your one just cut out early, Will. I was still sticking with us. So that's a difference.
Touche, man, touche.
But I agree with everything that Bo said. You have your own definition of what's attractive. Despite we've all got different ideas of what's attractive, but I think looks have to be the first, because that's what your first taste is. You eat with your eyes, don't you?
Yeah. I think that opens the gate to everything. If that's not doable, the gate has to stay shut. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But then
her gate or your gate.
Yeah. Well, but then what I'm saying, but ultimately the personality also plays a massive part. So it's hard to say one or the other. It's both, but it just everything needs to align, and it's hard to describe. You can't really put it on paper. You just kind of know the feeling of, this girl's got potential, as in for me to like her, and then the personality has to come on top of that. Do you get me? And everything else.
I've a bit more shallow first. I think looks definitely first, and then you'll know after a few dates what she's like.
I mean, I'm like you guys, man. So the very first thing I had in my head was like, any fucker who tells me that looks aren't important, you're fucked up in the head. Something's wrong with you. Because you have to have some sort of attractiveness to them, and the looks will come into it. Now, the scale of how that is, that can be played around with, is different. But you have to be attracted physically attracted to this person in the first place. If you tell me otherwise, go to hell now. You're not making any sense to me.
Especially the way that dating's changed, where it's all app based, and you swipe with the picture, right?
It's very superficial. It's very hard work because I've been out with stunners before, and then it's either the first word that comes out of their mouth, and I hear their voice. And I hear it, and if I don't like, I'm just like it gives me. They call it the ick now, but it just gives me that feeling of, nah, it's that voice will annoy me for the rest of my life. So no, I'm not happy with that. I don't want to, and it plays down on their attractiveness. They go from a 9 down to an 8-7. The more you talk to them, oh my God, this girl's a 5-4 now. Like it's true. It's happened. It's happened.
Yeah. I think as the relationship goes on as well, the percentage things of changes. I think like we said, the looks get you in, and then the personality will keep you there. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so if anything, as a longer term basis, the personality is actually more overpowering than looks. Right? Does that make sense? You get what I mean? Because looks could only get you so far, and then they become not so good looking if they have a bad personality. So it's a really tough one because I would say personality could be really important. You've got to say, Will.
Take my ex-wife. She's for me, she's a very, very, very attractive person. As time went on, I do not find her. I don't see her like that anymore. I see her as this. I don't want to say it on camera, but
yeah, keep it there.
I just, for me, it was up there. Now that if I look at her, it doesn't make me feel like butterfly. It just makes me feel really like negative. So
yeah, that's understandable. So again, it comes back to
it comes back to it. Yeah, it comes back to it.
And then all the rest can't. That the looks can't compensate for the negatives, whereas a personality can actually make up for a not so attractive person. Yeah, as long as
100%. I mean, look at Dave.
Proof is in the pudding. There you go. Yeah.
What the hell?
They missed that. You can watch it back and be like,
I still got it.
He got it. Nah. We allow Dave.
100% know you mean, like, especially at age. How much we want to be in denial.
We're on the downward curve, yeah.
Well done, yeah. The dad bod, one pack, double chins, that sort
hairline.
Hairline, hairline's a big one, man.
Yeah, so and that's when personality comes in. But hopefully we've done enough by then that they won't leave us. So
it looks that way. Yeah.
Have you seen? Before we go, have you seen on social media there was something about there's like a Chinese trend going on at the moment where wives are posting their husbands. I forgot what the terminology was called, but basically it's just like, you have a glow up.
Yeah.
It's the glow down the husband. So you see it's you as well. Like you showing your pictures as well when you're in heyday. Yeah. And then
it zooms to them now. And I've seen those. That's just old age, isn't it? That's what happens.
Reality. It is a harsh reality.
But you got a cracking personality, so
there we go. We're keepers.
Yeah, keepers for real. Yeah. All right. Are we good? Have we expressed everything? Have we gone through everything that we wanted to go through?
Yeah, short one, and we're like an hour and 10 minutes. It's like a longest one we've done.
Without the football as well.
Maybe that's where it gets better. Cut the football out, and we just talk an hour and a bit. But
yeah. All right, people, you know what to do. Fantastic questions for the people that have sent in. They've been really good questions. So hopefully, if you enjoyed the show, keep sending them through so we can just keep going and take it from there. But like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do.
Peace out.